Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Hayden. What's up, Hayden?
What's up, guys? This number 7 for this episode?
This is the Real Whovians cast 1056. It is the 7th, I think it's the 7th part.
Yeah.
What's up, Ray?
All right.
All right, so what did you think of the episode, Hayden?
I really liked it. I have issues with it, but I feel as a whole, in terms of its technical aspects and its writing, it was pretty cohesive and pretty on the upper level of the overall Doctor Who spectrum. Obviously, I was expecting a little bit more from a few things, but I feel like the acting and the special effects really just kind of toppled any issues I had. The ending was a bit, and I feel like the Doctor's regeneration, like, I don't like the idea that the Doctor can just choose now when he can, like, regenerate and stuff. Like, I feel like before he could hold it off for a little bit, but it was still, when it was time to go, it was time to go. And now it feels like, no, I'll just hold it off till I'm good and ready. Just because it's kind of a Moffat thing, like, everything feels so whimsical and, like, that everything is a choice now. It doesn't feel like anything anymore is, you know, something has to happen. It feels like everything is, like, chosen to happen. And, you know, but, like, same thing, like, they always talk about how men are useless in this episode. You know what I mean? There's a lot of sexism towards men. And it's like, Doctor has been around for 53 years, and we've never had them cracking jokes. It's like Stephen Moffat read the fan backlash to about, you know, Pearl Mackie and being a lesbian, and, you know, he was all into feminism while writing this season, and he thought, let's just change Doctor Who history so that now men are the most useless thing in the universe and gender has no place as actually being a real thing. So, that was weird.
Yeah.
And the line about Bill being a lesbian, the line about Bill being a lesbian was weird. Like, when she's a Cyberman, she said goodbye to the Doctor or whatever.
Well, I figured out why he did that, Hayden. The reason why he did that, it was basically telling the audience and telling the Doctor that the Cybermen are not going to be able to overprogram her, and that she's still Bill Potts underneath no matter what. So that's what I got. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a little bit more sense.
She's gonna fight to keep her consciousness, basically.
Like she's defeated it. It can't overtake her. She likes women. She's not forgetting who she is. So that was like kind of hope that the Cybermen failed in that regard.
Hence why we saw the puddle monster and.
Yeah. So what did
why we saw the puddle monster.
That was like
the puddle monster was fine.
That was creepy. That puddle monster. That puddle monster. Like Bill met her once at a party. I'm sure Bill doesn't think it's her soulmate. And now it's like following her around everywhere. You will love me forever. And Bill's like, I thought you were cute, but I don't reckon I'm going to stay with you forever. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, I don't think Moffat understands, Moffat doesn't understand human relationships or how dating or anything like that works.
No.
Because, like, to be honest, I think Bill had a bigger crush on the girl that she was with in Extremis, bigger than the puddle monster girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's why the girl gave her a choice. She's like, I could turn you back to the human.
So how is she in the Christmas special now is what I'm wondering.
She turns it back to human. And she's just with the Doctor again.
Yeah, because she did say to him...
So why didn't they just do that now?
Because they wanted to set up the whole... They don't want her interfering with him meeting the first Doctor. They don't want to... They wanted him by himself.
Because if you heard her, Aidan, before she kissed him and she was crying, she went, I hope to see you again soon, Doctor.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is she's going to pop out of the TARDIS when he's talking to himself. And then he's like, oh, she dropped you off or whatever. Or I don't even know if he knows she's with the puddle monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he was dead. So, I mean, why would he know? You know, I don't know.
But
why didn't they just drop her home? Why didn't you say, Bill, I'm going to drop you home for 10 minutes, and then he picks her up? Why did she have to go off with the puddle monster and all that sort of stuff.
I don't know. But she's like, could I be back in time for tea? Meaning back in like 5 minutes. She's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. It was also weird how they said that her tears when she was crying weren't hers, it was the puddle monsters.
Well, that made sense that the puddle monster had a thing left inside of her where if she ran into trouble, she could appear. And she did.
More importantly, why would the Time Lords give the Master a TARDIS to get out of Gallifrey when they themselves couldn't get out of Gallifrey? Back when the Master...
I said that in the last...
Hey, you just said that. You just said that in the previous cast.
Yeah, we just uploaded it.
How could he just get out of Gallifrey with a TARDIS, but the Time Lords couldn't get out when they have thousands of them?
Yeah.
So they give the Master one and he gets out.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying. We were saying that might have been a way of...
I was making fun of, like, someone goes to Rassilon, you gave him a TARDIS to... Yeah, let him go, but we have a million... Shut up, I'm dealing with the Daleks. But we can all leave, and it's like, shut up, the Daleks... Yeah, but they're behind us. A million TARDISes, a million behind us. We can all escape, everybody.
Yeah, but it's like you're saying, just saying like Lorani and Romana is still on Gallifrey. Like we can escape again. No, like you're saying
they could technically go in one TARDIS, but they have a lot. So it's like it makes no sense. It's like all right.
And the sister of Khan and all that. Did they take all of them?
I don't know. It makes no sense. So. Overall, what do you feel about the Doctor encountering the first Doctor?
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird because I just don't buy David Bradley as William Hartnell because I know David Bradley very well, and I know William Hartnell's Doctor. And David Bradley's obviously his face is a different shape. His eyes are a little bit wider. He has a very specific voice, David Bradley. His voice is very different to William Hartnell's if you actually listen to them.
Yeah.
David Bradley's very broken and more like this. And then you've got William Hartnell who's more kind of uplifting at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
David Bradley is like this. William Hartnell is more up like this.
Yeah.
So there's basic differences. Yeah. So I don't know, but obviously a lot of the audience who watch New Who have never seen the first Doctor, so they know the face, but they don't know the mannerisms or the voice or the exact details. So
yeah.
I think majority of the audience, about 90%, are going to be fine with what it looks like and they're going to like it. But I thought it looked great that them two are together. It makes a lot of sense. The two oldest Doctors coming together.
Because I've said it myself, didn't I?
Yeah, that's have to be staying on as the Master. Yeah.
Yeah, because I said it. I like how the Capaldi's Doctor mentioned a line like the first that when he dropped on the planet, the first Doctor said it like he was the original Doctor and that, like the original you might say when he said about the Doctor.
So how much more minutes you got, Hayden? You got a few more minutes, Russ?
Yeah.
All right. So what about Nardole?
Yeah.
Is he Dorian Moldavar?
That was a bit. I don't know. That was accurate. You reckon?
Well, he said he was blue before.
Yeah.
So did he buy a body?
Really?
And then did he buy a body and then lose his head again? Is he Dorian Moldavar?
Well, why didn't they just cast? Why did they cast a different actor?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, didn't you hear the line that he said that he was going to be? Didn't you hear the line that he says if you give him a few people, he'll trick them out to buy their own ship, and he'll have a gambling ring, and he'll have all that criminal activity. So isn't that Dorian Moldavar or no?
I'm going to say no. I mean, it adds up with River and stuff, because River knew Dorian and stuff. But the Doctor didn't recognise Nardole in the first time we saw him in the wedding of Riverside, in the Husbands of Riverside. So, unless it was an afterthought by Moffat.
Did Dorian Moldavar sell Missy, the Vortex Manipulator, also?
Possible, yes.
So, I mean, it could be that he's Dorian Moldavar, because the Master wasn't mad with him. Like, he's just like, oh, he don't like you. You know, just buy the chip. So it's like he wasn't going to kill him or anything. He's just like, you know, just get us out of here, whatever. It's like,
I mean, I think, yeah. I think we could see Michelle Gomez again in the future.
We're not. She's not coming back, she said.
Yeah, but that always happens with actors. Actors always say they're done with it, and like they could bring her back for one episode with like John Sim in 8 years' time.
Well, John Sim's definitely regenerating, so as soon as he gets back to
he's dead. He's dead. I don't think we're going to see John Sim again.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, that was pretty clear indication.
He may not regenerate into her though. He may regenerate into someone else. And then
because I think yeah.
What?
I think Missy indicated that you're gonna turn into me, and it makes sense because you don't want to get the timelines too confused. And in terms of character development, we're gonna have to go back with a whole other master now before the Missy stuff happens, I guess. So it would just make sense just to keep it in a straight line. That way we can pick up with a new master after she's become good, quote unquote, which she won't because she'll regenerate and forget about all that crap and go back to being the master again.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll definitely go back to being evil again.
Yeah, because it could only be a one incarnation thing. You know, just like Valiard or War Doctor or whatever, like just that one incarnation that was like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did you
I think the next time... I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10, same as last week. I thought it was probably a solid finale that was on par. Each week was probably equal quality as the other.
Okay. What else did you want to say?
Let me think. The plot, like the little girl, like I'm not being racist, but she had the curly hair and obviously the darker tone of skin. I thought they were setting her up to be a young Bill.
So did I.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought so too.
I really thought that girl was going to be young Bill. I don't know, the way they set her up at the start, how they focused on her, apart from all the other kids, how it was in the little village, and I was like, oh, is this maybe showing a bit of Bill's childhood, her living in an orphanage and stuff, because she didn't have a mum. And I was like, oh, they're showing a bit of Bill, but then there was just a random kid who helped throw apples at the Cybermen.
Right.
And they said the Cybermen were evolving. I think he said that they were evolving rapidly. But to me, each Cyberman came from a different place. So the reason they look like Cybermen makes no sense because the Mondasian Cybermen didn't kind of evolve into Cybermen. Cybermen were created separately.
Where were the 70 or 80 Cybermen? Where were they?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah. And he mentioned them. He mentioned the Telos Cybermen and stuff.
So maybe
like some throwaway line or something.
Different planets, there are different types of Cybermen?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And am I the only one? You know when he's blowing up all the Cybermen and he's saying all the names of places that happened when he stopped them? When he said for Canary Wolf, why the fuck did he not say for Adric?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say that. Well, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for that. For Adric. My friend that you blew up.
You should be like, and this one is for Adric.
Yeah, but then that would have gone
in. For Adric!
Yeah.
For Adric!
We would have been screaming and they shoot it for Adric! And people were like, oh!
Yeah, but that would have been perfect if there was a 70s and 80s Cybermen and then they just shot them winning.
Jesus, that would have been hysterical. Yeah, he should have showed an 80s Cyberman as he shot the 80s Cyberman. Yeah,
well, we've already seen an 80s Cyberman on the show because if you remember Dalek from 2005, we saw the head of an 80s Cyberman. So I don't know. I think we should have seen them.
Are they not allowed to use them?
Yeah. No, I just think they couldn't get the suit design right.
Okay.
Too much money to redesign a whole suit. Yeah.
Okay.
Money. I don't know. I just think I don't think the Cybermen would have evolved into Cybermen because they were just saying like that was from a parallel universe that they were created.
Well, they should have just had them go in the black hole, and then their idea, the guy Lumic thinks he invents them, but that's just them. Like, you know.
I would have liked to have seen Mr. Clever again in the episode.
I'm sure we'll see the Cybermen pop up again eventually.
Do you think we'll see him though?
Did I think that the CGI looked horrible on the puddle monster? Like this horrible CGI just comes in on the battlefield randomly. I was like, oh my god, this is so corny. It was so cheesy.
The CGI when he was shooting the windmill was like Movie Maker.
Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah.
Right? Like the fake explosion.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I can do the same special effects. Oh, it's like okay.
Joe.
No, but like the puddle monster, the whole plot line of the puddle monster saving Bill, that was the cheesiest storyline I've ever seen in the show.
Yeah.
It was like I was waiting for like classic fairy tale Red Riding Hood music to start, like I'm the puddle monster, I'm going to save you. It's epic. The Doctor's blowing up fucking Cybermen.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think we'll see him though again? Like I said, Mr. Clever, or not?
No, Mr. Clever.
Never.
Now we lost your audio, Hayden. Very low now.
Yeah, I'm in work now. I've got to go.
Okay. Thank you, Hayden.
All right. See you later.
All right, bro. All right, we're out here, Ray. We'll be back for another one. Take care. Bye for now.